Abby, what's your storyline, babes?
My storyline this week is if you steal from your friends, you need to be shunned for life.
Shunned.
The way B taking a credit card out in Honey's name, and Honey, of all people, the nicest person on this planet, definitely in Walford.
And fraud and
Fraud
debt.
and debt, I know.
That's crazy. I don't know how she's doing that and not feeling the guilt. She's gotten ahead of herself.
She's bonkers.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is she's buying stuff for them with the money, which
No
is
shame.
which is almost worse because it's like, what the actual fuck? She's manipulating them into liking her more by doing that. But yeah,
She's a character that people either love or hate, isn't she, at the moment? Because she's cuckoo. Some people love the cuckoo.
You love to hate her or you just straight hate her. But she is another level of crazy. I'm glad they put her out as well.
Yeah, finally.
Back sleeping in McClunky's for the night.
I couldn't bear it because we love Honey.
We love Honey, and I just don't like how B is. It makes me so unnerved. I think I said this in a previous episode.
Yeah.
It's like
you hate watching her.
Yeah, I find her hard to watch, but also we love these sorts of characters. It's giving Stella energy.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think it's okay. People steal a lot from their family members as well. Especially when there's like addiction, like you hear a lot of stories like that, or people like just desperately needing something. And family's the first point of contact.
Do you know why? Because when you steal from family as opposed to friends, there's a good chance you'll actually be forgiven at some point.
Yeah, totally. That's why it's the first point of contact. It's like...
Yeah, because it's okay, I'll get forgiven. Even if it's not straight away, I'll be forgiven at some point.
Yeah, and you can make amends because family... Well, depends on your family and situation, but hopefully you can make amends, whereas with friends, people cut ties very easily, don't they?
Yeah, in Eastenders, like, they all seem to come back around because everyone steals from everyone.
I know.
And they all seem to get forgiveness in the end. But in the real world, you do not... I don't know how you ever come back from a friend stealing from you.
Yeah.
Obviously, it really depends on the situation, but I do not know how you come back from that because, like, that is some mad level of trust. How do you have a friendship without trust? And that is some mad level of trust.
Theft is like the ultimate distrust, isn't it?
But also someone putting money in front of your friendship. I have a mad story.
Tell us.
Basically, I used to hang around when I was young, like 18, 19, with a friendship group. And there was maybe like 7 of the girls, and they were all friends from primary school, like all friends from really young. That was their like whole thing of how long they'd been friends for. And so that's how like deep their friendship run. And there was one girl in the group that had done a few shady things over the year, like she had got with like her friend's ex or whatever, and here and there, and she'd done this to this girl and this to this girl. But the way it all like played out through the years is she kind of upset one person at a time. So even if the other friends didn't agree, she never got like shunned from the group. She might have like been told about herself or not spoken to one of them. And a lot of them like did kind of flow like that, where they'd be closer to one and there was fallouts.
Yeah,
like there would be.
Yeah.
Never anything too deep, but she was the one that would always do the thing that was a bit too deep.
That's always the one.
Yeah, for real. She went away travelling. This one girl went away travelling with 2 of the other girls. It happened to be like probably 2 of the most sweet-natured out of the whole group, because the group consists of lots of personalities and some of them are quite feisty, but the 2 that she went away with are probably the most sweet-natured and least feisty, so that's what makes it even worse. And basically, while they were away on holiday, they realised they was not on holiday, travelling. They were in Cambodia and they realised that their money was being taken. So they were like, what the fuck? Like, blah, blah, blah. They went to the Cambodian police, and the police basically threatened them. You know how it can be in some countries, and basically said, if you keep complaining, we're going to, like, I don't know, they threatened them with whatever they were going to do to them. The friend comes along for the whole ride, going to the police, oh my God, rah, 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 rah. And one of them just clocked, you know, when your instincts tell you something. And I think she'd done shady things throughout the year. So it's
your instinct never lies.
Yeah, so the instinct already kind of was informed about how she was as a person. 2 of them, the robber, the thief, the thief, and another one went out to dinner. And one of them, because her intuition told her, she said, I'll catch you up, I'm just going to do something. And she went into her toilet bag and all of their money was in there. And she texts the other friend, and then the thief girl caught wind of it and basically disappeared. But they had her passport, They put it on Facebook. This was quite a while ago now. They put it on Facebook. And the girl refused to go back there to get her passport. She would not face up to it. Put it on Facebook. Everyone knew it was a whole big scandal. The girl basically managed to get her stuff without seeing them, go off to Australia, and no one has ever heard from her again.
Oh my God.
I know. Now, I'm sure I haven't spoken to these girls in a long time. I'm sure if I ask them, they may have heard from her again, or like she may be, they know where she lives now, or she might have moved back from Australia, blah, blah, blah. But at the time, for years, she just moved to Australia and never heard from her again. A few years later, I had another friend that I knew separately, I'd met when I was traveling in Thailand, went to Australia, put up a picture with the girl. I texted her, I was like, babe, you need to be fit. And she went, do you know what's so funny? She gives me like a funny feeling, like blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is what she done. Like, rah, rah, rah. But yeah,
that's
she
crazy.
was shunned. She was shunned.
It's kind of like one thing doing it one time and then another thing doing it. People have compulsive.
This is it with her. I think she had like a mental health compulsion thing. But she literally was allowing them to go through the distress of being robbed from, allowing them to go through the distress, going with them to the police, being threatened by the police, not saying anything. And they were like, do you know what the worst thing about it is? If she needed to borrow money, we would have given it to her in a heartbeat. We would have happily given it to her. I think
she probably didn't even want the money. She just wanted the
I don't think she even needed it. She just managed to move to Australia.
It's that impulse.
She was tapped. She'd done a few tap things over there. And she had a lot of trauma from when she was younger, but that's not an excuse. But I think she was just tapped. But that's EastEnders level shit,
I knew someone who had this partner, this man, who turned out to be like a Tinder swindler, who like was going along with their relationship, and then
getting money off her.
Getting a bit of money, but also he had this whole story about his life.
Oh my God!
And then she started piecing it together because everyone she introduced him to, he would tell like a different story.
Yeah, because they can't help it because they're so deluded. They don't realise you're catching on to it.
He said he used to live like in another bit of England, but it turns out he like lived 5 minutes down the road, and he was like, it was a spider web of lies.
How did she find out?
Because he said that his partner had died of something, and then he said she died of something else to someone else, and that she was like, what the fuck? Like, how can you have... It was something too random.
And then how did she get all the real information?
I think it just all ended up kind of coming out, and I think she confronted him, and it was all a lie. All a lie.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and they get you at your weakest.
Oh yeah, they work out who they can do that to.
Your weakest they do.
It's crazy. She'd done some mad stuff. She'd got with like her boyfriend's best friend and stuff like this girl as well. So she just had like clapped morals. I think some people just like almost want to like be the villain, but she kind of wanted to be the victim at the same time. I think she was a bit mentally unwell
because you're lying constantly.
She was a compulsive liar,
and then you're getting caught up in the web of lies, and then it's like, you know, a normal person's like, okay, I got to stop, like hold my hands up to whatever happened. But
you just don't really tell that deeper lies like when you're a normal person. Maybe a little white lie, but you don't tell like big deep lies when you're normal.
Crazy.
But you can be normal and tell lies on EastEnders. On EastEnders, you can be perfectly normal and get into a deep, dark web of lying.
I know. B's gone deep.
Yeah, she's not the first person to be stealing from people.
No.
Especially family in EastEnders.
Yeah, they love a good theft on the
They
square.
do. It's all about money.
It is fun though.
We love it.
I love that film, Catch Me If You Can.
Oh yeah, with Leonardo.
I love that film because he's just like a full-on.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, like rob the
rob the government.
Yeah, rob the government, rob the system, rob big businesses and stuff like that. Absolutely, but not your friends.
Yeah, not your friends. Yeah, because that's the hot take.
Yeah,
you will be shunned.
Yeah, literally. Well, as well, like you've got the storyline of like, I suppose it isn't robbing, but like. You know, Johnny and Callum have just had their thing. It was all about money as well. To get the money, he slept with the guy to get money.
I know.
There's always something with money on EastEnders.
I know.
That none of them have any shame to get it.
That's what I mean. If you were Callum, would you be like, I understand? Or would you be like, come on?
I still think that's unforgivable, yeah.
Like Callum should have Johnny should have told Callum what the situation was. They always do that in EastEnders. I'm just going to do the bad thing and then reap the repercussions after.
Yeah, rather than speak to my partner about it or speak to my mum and say I need the money and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I suppose that's where like, and Nicola is like trying to essentially get the money off of George's dad, Eddie Knight.
Yeah.
They'll do anything for a bit of dough in EastEnders, including steal from the family.
Yeah, always boils down to...
But I suppose they don't have any big corporations to steal from. Only the Minute Mart. The Minute Mart. But I think that's been fleeced a few times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surely over the years.
Priya stole the car from the car lot.
Oh, yeah.
What can you do?
As if she's still got a job, that's so jokes.
I know.
Totally fine, don't worry about
fine. Take a car, have your job.
Yeah, because even with this situation, I think you still probably would get that sack.
A little bit. You don't get sacked at the square.
No, you never get sacked in the square.
It's a booming business. Everyone's got to contribute.
Yeah, exactly. We need these storylines to keep on running.
What's your final doof?
My final doof is steal from the rich and give to the poor, not steal from your friends.
Yes.
Take from the corporations, babe, if you need the dollar.
Take a little croissant from Sainsbury's if you need to.
Yeah, not your mate.
Take an extra pasta donata in the bag if you need to.
Literally, and if Bees is clever.
Not that I do.
Why ain't she like robbing from McClunky's or something? Not that she should, because that's probably a small business. But do you know what I mean? Why are you robbing from your best friend?
Rob from Ian.
Rob from Ian. How is she not robbing from Ian when she's shagging him?
Maybe they should make her do that next.
If they haven't, I'll be disappointed.
Because then she'd be a serial fraudster. That would be good.
Yeah, and fraud in the right person, tight arse Ian.
Yeah.
So there we go. Rob from Ian and give to the poor.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like, subscribe,
Cheers.
Comment. Have you been a victim of fraud?
If you've been a victim of fraud...
Call 999.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I'm really sorry about that because it's not nice.
No, it's not nice. If you have, write down below, I've been a victim of fraud. So we know you've watched this far along. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.